How's everyone doing? Just give me a second. Sorry, Lee.
We can have some.
I was eating an apple. Had to be done. Sacrifices had to be made. Hey, Dante. Room in a house now. I've applied for a Home Depot through a friend that works here. And I was wondering if you folks, or you, Yogi, would see about getting me some money for breakfast. How? How would we do so? What's that? What's the Is that PayPal? Hi, Selma. Hey, Lee. Chan is this you, Dante Wolf? Nope, that is our friend Bruce Baines. Good morning, Lee. Simple says, Grandest Risings, Eric, and all, and to you as well. Hi, Lady Sky. Lady Sky. How are you? He says, how are you, Yogi? I'm good. Running a bit late. Hey, Falcon. Falcon, how are you? Simple says, yes, Lee. I'm still working on my notes, as my mind tends to wander when I'm given too much free range. Lady Sky, how are you? You got one more day to go. Tomorrow's your sleep test. It's going to go perfect. Hey, Praveen. Lady Sky says, I'm doing all right, Yogi. Good. Simp says, I've switched topics twice now, and I'm still unsure of my direction tonight. Hey, if you don't have something set, we can just open it up for questions for Sniper. It can be all encompassing, free range, going wherever it goes. Lisa Sniper, I'll be honest, I'm rather intrigued. Oh, there you go. Sniper says maybe we do free range. In sync. I'm in. I hope our friend Sissy is doing well. She hasn't been feeling good. I hope today she's turned the corner and she's feeling better. Lady Sky says, yep, tomorrow the sleep study test, 7:30 p.m. We'll be sending you prayers. Not that you're going to need them, but just to ease your anxiety. Following Yogi Sir path. Oh, after 3 hours I would go for my walk, sir. Now with my walk timing. Hope you have a great walk. This guy says, try not to be nervous about it, Yogi. Don't try so hard. If you're a little nervous, just feel what you feel and let it be. Just recognize, nervousness is a natural state of not knowing what's going on. If we fight it, we just make it something more than it is. Just allow yourself to feel that nervousness. We can do some breath work if you want tomorrow. You're welcome, Lady Sky. Praveen says, thanks, sir. You're welcome, my friend. We got Better Self Daily. Praveen. Hey, Sissy, I just mentioned you. So that I was hoping today you've turned the corner, that you're feeling much better. Stepper says, Cosmic ordered swift recovery, souls. So let me bring up Course in Miracles. online version. We'll talk about some stuff. Particularly, I want to talk about trust. Lesson 194. I am not on lesson 194. However, it keeps calling my attention. I am on lesson 61 for today. Let's go to lesson 61 first. Lesson 61 tells me that I am the light of the world. What a declarative statement. Our friend Miss Blipper would call it, she'd call it an imperative, right? Might not sound like an imperative. Might sound more like just a statement, but it's a fact. I am the light of the world, meaning you are the light of the world. So as it says in the second paragraph, to the ego, today's idea is the optimum of self-glorification. But the ego doesn't understand humility, mistaking it for self-debasement. Humility consists of accepting your role in salvation and in taking no other. It is not humility to insist that you cannot be the light of the world, if that is the function assigned by God. It is only arrogance that you would assert that this function cannot be for you, and arrogance is always of the ego. So, this does not mean that you go about declaring yourself to other people. Guess what, guys? I'm the light of the world. Watch me light up. Hey, gather around as I impart my wisdom. Light of the world means you're shining your light inwards so that you can get rid of the shadows of all illusions. You get rid of the shadows of who you think you are. You get rid of the shadows of all the projections of the ego. So you see the reality who you are. And then that naturally starts to shine brightly. This is a topic I really want to talk about with Emily Perry, who's coming up Halloween afternoon. She sort of has I don't want to say a different, but the Course famously says, do not seek to change the world, seek to change how you see the world. And then the world will change. So a lot of people take this as, don't become so involved, right? You don't need to march. You don't even need to vote. You don't even do this or do that. As if it's calling for retreat. But what I believe she's saying, and she'll clarify, is that when you truly know this, lesson 61, that you are the light of the world, you can't help but shine. And the actions that you take are the ones that truly, truly matter. So as the light of the world, you need to be in the right place to shine. You need to find the right people to shine forward to, to shine forth to. The only way you can do that is to be involved with humanity. You might not be called to go to a protest, go to a march, go to this or go to that. You might not be called. Then again, maybe you will be. Who knows? When you're truly saying that I will make no decisions on my own today. What should I do today? Where should I go? What should I say and to whom? Which is the rules of decision making found in the text of the Course, where we're literally saying lesson 194, which we're going to come to now. Give me a second, guys. Lesson 194 says, I place the future in the hands of God. Meaning you don't know where you're going to go, but you trust that it'll be the right place. You don't know who you're going to meet, but you have faith that it's going to be the right person for you to meet, for the right reason, at the right time. We often have that prayer of surrender, of letting go, saying, I place my future in the hands of God, but God, let the future be this way. Let the future bring me here. Let me meet this person. Let me do this and let me do that, which means we're not really having faith. We have directions. We're saying, God, I want it to go in this direction. It's okay to have a preference. Just know that your preference is never going to be as great. It's never going to be as loving. It's never going to be as light-filled as what God has in store for you. If you don't like the term God, change it to the Tao, Krishna, Buddha consciousness, Christ mind, whatever. Sissy says, thank you so much. I'm still, where did that go? I'm still on the wave of hope right now, along with you. Things aren't looking and feeling so great, folks. Transparency. However, being on the mend is awesome. Being on the mend is awesome. Would you consider, I just want to put this out there, would you consider going to the doctor now? Sniper says, oh, Praveen says, love the red shirt. Thank you. Let's see. It is from Mid Maryland Ultra. It used to be, I think it still is, every February. Not too far from me, actually. It was a great race because I could be there in 10 minutes. And after the race, I could be home in 10 minutes. Well, 15 because I always drove a little bit slower because I was stiff and sore. Sniper says, embrace the trembling as the primal energy creation, the surge of raw potential. It's not warming to retreat, but the ecstatic clamor of your soul, realizing the magnitude of its eminent expression. Beautiful. Lady Sky says, anything to shake off the nervousness. Breath work will help me, Yogi. You got it. We'll do just a couple breaths in a minute or two before we end things for the day. Lee says, Yogi, I'm more open to trust now and peace. Not saying I have to be best friends, but civil perhaps. Oh, I'm more open to truth and peace. Not saying I have to be best friends, but civil perhaps. That's an important place to arrive to. And again, it comes down to the level of the mind, not the level of the body. At the level of the body, you still might want to, keep some distance or have some protection, put up boundaries. You might feel that on the level of the body, you don't need to talk to someone. That's absolutely fine. As long as it's the level of the mind, which is connected to the heart, it's all one thing. You are coming from a place of innocence. You're saying, I recognize that this person has the same original innocence, the very same original innocence that I do. That this person is at the level of the mind, the same as me, the very same as me. One thing, as a matter of fact. Everything begins and ends at that level of the mind. We can say the level of the mind is the level of the soul, the level of God, the level of the Holy Spirit. As long as we are turning everything over there, we're fine. Green says, Lady Sky, do not chase tomorrow's promise. Root your consciousness in today's unfolding truth. For the present is where destiny takes form. Beautifully said. He says, Sissy, may all your ailments be swiftly cured as you read these words and finish your last portion of crackpot chili. May they healed. Yeah, you're doing it, Keith. Doing it, Keith. Nice. Hey, Mark. Falcon will be right back. Although he's much more adept at it. Oh, I don't know. That was pretty good there. And not only that, Lee, it was personal. Meaning you personalize it for Sissy, which makes it all the more meaningful. Any force that works through one person, and there's only one force, and it's the force of love, the force of God, works through everyone. And it'll take that unique expression for each of us. But itself, Lady Sky, ma'am, it's me, only Trollface Pavine. Pavine says, awesome live. Thank you, my friend. Cypress says, Falcon, I am the domino remover that takes out the single domino to disrupt the rally. As too many grays in one area will then affect the nestling bird's eggs before they have time to hatch. The knock-on. The knock-on effect. Sissy says, that's your best impersonation, Lee? It was pretty good. I actually didn't even take that as impersonation. I thought it was a very heartfelt. I liked it. Well done, Lee. And I'm glad you sent it to Sissy. Sissy says, Scroll just reminded me of the book The Knockers, and now I feel like perhaps an alien invasion may be the remedy for the millennium. Interesting. Mark says, Squirrel Sniper, hello. Mark, how are you? Let me go back to lesson 194. I place the future in God's hands. Here's where it ends. Now we are saved indeed, for in God's hands we rest untroubled, sure that only good can come to us. If we forget, we will be gently reassured. If we accept an unforgiving thought, it will soon be replaced by love's reflections. And if we are tempted to attack, we will appeal to him who guards our rest to make the choice for us, to leave temptations far behind. No longer is the world our enemy, for we have chosen that we be its friend. Imagine that. Hey, Miss Flipper, we're befriending all the world. Let's see. Where are we? Mark says, so to Lee. Says fell up. I've read that. I'm so lost. Hello, just Yogi. I'm good. And you? I'm good, Mark. I am good. It's getting ready to get out and take a walk. About an hour or so, about 4 miles. And then I'll have a cup of tea and I'll get ready to do my workout. I think, almost positive that I will go ahead and do a live stream on my workout. Won't be super long. Kettlebell, clean and jerk intervals, 6 rounds. And squats and some dips. Let's see. How are you, Miss Pepper? Sniper says, President Reagan popped up. Thought this morning, Sissy. Sissy says, I like it a lot too, Lee. It felt and received with love. Sissy says, Sniper, no worries. I'm bringing some humor as the lungs fill with a thick yellow infection. Because the douchebag coughed in my face. Wow. Beginning to think it was intentional. I hope not, Sissy. This guy says, no penwagon. I make no promises. Mark says, that's nice to hear. I'm going to do push-ups today and walk my doggy. Nice. How many push-ups are you going to do, Mark? And the correct answer is all of them. Simple says, Souls, you know why the spit bucket was invented and I wasn't chewing tobacco? This guy says, hi to Mark. And the Spipper says, wishing Souls a return to healthiness. All right. Any questions about all that, guys, that we were talking about? The lesson 61, lesson 194. It's funny, all the most meaningful stuff that comes to me has to do with trust. Hey, Miss Flipper. Do you know Kate Greaves? Sissy says, Sniper, I have a bucket and a towel. Mark says, hello to Lady Sky. Miss Flipper says, in my lesson today, said, love is one, but fear comes in many forms. And we can recognize it simply by looking all about us. Only loving thoughts are true. Every loving thought is true. Miss Flipper says, I don't know, Kate Greaves. Grieves. Is it Greaves? Is it Grives? What do you think? She's in Australia. She's been around for a bit. She's got a great YouTube channel. She's written 2 books that I am aware of: Holy Spirit Prayers for Surrender, the Rose book, and Holy Spirit's Prayers for Gratitude. She's coming up Thursday the 6th, the later time. She actually did all the math for me. How awesome is that? She was going to come out this Thursday, but I have Martin Patet coming up, and we've had to reschedule him several times, so I'm really looking forward to finally sitting down and talking with him. So Kate will be the Thursday after. Well, no, the Thursday after the Thursday after. Twice removed. Hey, Marco, be the one you want to be, not tomorrow, not in 1 year now. That was a declarative statement. Simply says, souls, you have heard the role of phlegm in the ancient Greek and Roman theory of the 4 humors. Simply says, indeed, Mercos, am I getting that right? There is only now. Mirko says, one love to you, my friend. So, yes, Kate will be up Thursday the 6th. Monday, we have Alan, and I got to get better with last names. I got to get better with all names. Alan Ishak, do you know Alan Ishak, Miss Flipper? He's been a practitioner of the course since 1986. I was telling this to Kat the other day. And when I reached out to him, if he wanted to come up, he is just back from the 50th celebration, 50th year celebration of Foundation for A Course in Miracles. 50 years of putting the course out. And also, he's in Denver, staying with Carol Howe, who is a long time. She was friends with Bill Thetford. He's writing a biography on her. So he's staying in her place right now, gathering some information. So he's a busy guy. And when I reached out to him, he said, yes, he'd love to come up. Give him a few days to get some rest and recovery, and he will let me know when. And then he sent me an email. I said, sure, no hurry. And then he immediately sent me an email and said, how about Monday? And it was just so full of enthusiasm, as are the vast majority of all the Course in Miracles students, teachers, when I ask them if they want to come up. And it's almost always this big resounding yes. Let's make it happen. Where are we? Miss Pippa says, nice to learn about Alan. So did you know of him before, Miss Flipper? He'll be up. You guys will get to know him. He says, Yogi, I feel like a big part of me has mellowed since meeting you. Although my thinking is still erratic, I can pause and stop at the gates. That's the important thing. We talk quite a bit about non-judgment, right? Not judging. But here's where it's really applied. Practice not judging your own thoughts. If you have a thought of judging another, are you judging that thought, thereby doubling down on the judgment itself? If you have a judgment about someone and you just stop, like you said, and you pause and go, there is a judgment. You've taken one giant step in peacefulness. But as soon as you add your own judgment to the mix, now not only are you judging that person, but you've doubled down on the guilt. I feel guilty for having this thought about this person. It's just a thought. It's okay. It's okay. Miss Pepper says, if ever the 1 p.m. Monday slot is helpful to use, please offer it to others. Maybe. I don't know. I'm pretty selfish in the things that I like. And I like my 1 p.m. Mondays with Miss Blipper. But thank you for that offer. Thank you for that kind offer. Sissy says the negative is laziness and resistance to change. However, from my observation, this is happening now because I was inviting challenge, but my surroundings have been opposed to the change I am to be. Sissy points upwards. Number 1, the sniper. Miss Pippa says, I met a whooping amount of Course Miracles old timers at Miracle Conference I attended in the 90s, including Wapnick and Mundy, but I don't remember Alan. Joe Pasky's father was there. I have a message sent out to his son, Lee. And hopefully he'll respond. I'm really interested in that, in a true second generation student, that he knew his father before A Course in Miracles, who, by all accounts, including Gerald Jambowski, he wasn't a very good person. He was a drunk, very self-absorbent, self-centered. And yet, something began to change. He no longer wished to be that person, and the right things came into his life, including A Course in Miracles, and his life changed dramatically, and almost instantly, it seemed. And he became one of the early students of A Course in Miracles, writing one of the very first books about the Course, Love is Letting Go of Fear, as well as Teach Only Love. Both books are very important to me. Before I'd even read the Course, I'd read those books, including Marianne Williamson, who is on the wish list. Guys, help me make it happen. Sniper says, to eliminate confusion, Sniper and I were on a side quest discussing the role of phlegm. You gotta appreciate a good phlegm. He says, Yogi, is Lucy okay? She takes a lot of stick and she's so kind. When here, so I hope she is. She's going through some stuff. She wants to be back next Thursday to pull some tarot cards. We will see. We'll see if she feels like she's ready, because she is going through some stuff. And I'll let her discuss it when she's ready. Not my stuff to talk about. I know that she'll appreciate you asking about it, Lee. Miss Pippa says, I do think Course in Miracles has had an effect on next generation. Amazing to think some kids, including my own, were somehow raised by it. That is amazing to think. Lee says, hope she knows she's missed you. She does, Lee. Thank you for that. Phlegmatic, to promote harmony and calm. Let's get that phlegm out, guys. Focus says, I judge the things, not the spirit. How about if we recognize the sins as illusory in nature and therefore not befit of judgment themselves? Why would we judge something that's not real? Does that make sense, Falcon? Hey, Selma. Someone says, good morning. We got a description of yellow bile, which is considered hot and dry. Treatment will focus on restoring balance, often by prescribing cool and moist things, the opposite qualities, and a cooling diet or purging. Lee says, how many tacos yesterday? You said 17, but I think you were being silly. I don't know. Selma can eat some tacos. Miss Purpose's sin equals lack of love. That's okay, Stitch. Stitch, how are you? Stitch Lover says, sorry I'm late. You are never late, my friend. Although we will be ending the live stream shortly. Selma says she's getting Taco Bell yesterday. You getting Taco Bell yesterday? Stitch says, horrible. How about you? I'm good, Stitch. I'm sorry that you're doing horrible. You want to tell us what's going on? Stitch says, Selma, you have your time machine working now? Oh, you're sick. A lot of it is going around. I hope you start feeling better today. Hey, so Sniper, send me what you want, what you would like the title be for today. Questions and answers, questions and discussion with Sniper, whatever you want it to be. This should be called Taco Butt. I don't think that would be very catchy. I don't think I'd want to order from a place called Taco Butt. Cece says I'm purging, but may need to do a more intense detox. Ayurvedic medicine is fascinating, Sniper. It is. I've taken a few classes Ayurvedic. Someone says, Sniper, I'm lazy. Lee's laughing, says, me neither, Yogi. Would you want to eat something if someone said, here's your Taco Butt taco? No. Someone says she's crazy. Quizza with Squizza. Sissy says, Taco Butt. Selma, you're funny? She is funny. All right. Sissy, prayers your way. Sissy says, my throat is killing me. Hurts to speak. Who else? There was someone else who was suffering that. I'm sorry, Stitch. Miss Pippa says, ginger aerosol. 3 more minutes. Honey and ginger. Sissy says, I don't want to talk about me anymore. It feels strange. Oh, Michael, yes. Thank you. He's also been on antibiotics. Yep, I think he just started the antibiotics yesterday. Someone says Taco Butt should be exit. I believe you are correct. We have Taco Mouth, and then we have Taco Butt. Let's just hope that the journey between the two is a little longer than not. Sepa says paranoid schizophrenic here. Thanks for the love. Of course. Definitely love, Dawkin. He says, Sissy, why? You always read for us and help our questions. Good point, Lee. So it says, just the way you are. Taco feet. That would make getting around quite difficult, Selma. All right, so this afternoon, nothing. I'll be live streaming my workout. Then the 1 o'clock, we're just going to talk. We're just going to hang out. Sniper will be up tonight. Thursday, Martin Patet, course student. And on it, Lady Sky, we're going to do 3 breaths. we're going to do the physiological sigh. Don't remember, did I say someone was coming up Friday? This Friday. I don't remember. I don't think so. I don't think after tomorrow, I don't think anyone's coming up until Monday. So, Lady Sky, when we do the physiological sigh, we've done this before. Breathe in through the nose, fill your belly with air. So as you breathe in, let that stomach expand outwards. When you're about 70, 80% full, take in a sip of air. Now we're going to sigh through the mouth, pursed lips, tongue on the roof of the mouth behind the front teeth. Make it long and slow, but don't worry about counting. Don't worry about how long it takes. Just gently, gently let go of all the air. We're going to do that 3 times. I'm going to do a quick demonstration. I'm going to breathe in, sip, sigh. See how gentle that was? 3 times, Lady Sky, and anyone else who wishes to participate. Thanks for the link, Sissy. Lady Sky, you ready? Sissy's premiere will be in 49 minutes, guys. So give me a thumbs up, Lady Sky, and we'll get started. Yep, she says she's ready. Here we go. Lady Sky, make sure you're sitting comfortably. Let the shoulders hang low. If you feel yourself tense, shoulders are always in an upwards position. Let them hang down. Relax. Breathing normally and easily. We're going to take this one breath together. Breathe in deeply, filling the belly up with air through the nose. Sip in air. Sigh. Take a moment. Roll the shoulders backwards. Roll the shoulders forwards. Once or twice. And then allow the shoulders to settle down. Sway back and forth a little bit. Completely relaxed. Breath number 2. Breathe in through the nose, filling the belly. Sip in air. Sigh. Long and slow. Shake your hands out now. Just shake the hands. Bring them up to your chest and give them a shake. Nice and gentle, wave them around. Then hang them down from the shoulders, fingers towards the floor. Keep shaking them just a little bit. Get that energy, get that nervousness flowing through the body. And then exiting at the fingertips. Breath number 3, our last breath together. Breathe in through the nose. Sip in air. Sigh. With that last breath, put a smile on your lips. Gentle smile. Even if you have to fake it, gentle smile. And start thinking about all the things that you have to be grateful for. Number 1, each other. Number 2, we have a beautiful day ahead of it. We have a beautiful day ahead of us. Perfectly designed for everything that we need. We've just done some fantastic breath work together. Letting that nervousness leave our body. We are rested and at ease in the present moment. Everything's going to be okay. Everything's going to be okay. Everything's going to be okay. And let that smile play on your lips whenever you need it. You're anchored in this moment. And just smile, take a breath, and know that everything's going to be okay. I love you. Mark says, never did this, but it's relaxing. It is relaxing, my friend. We do breath work quite a bit. Hey, Dan. Dan says, morning, brother. Morning, my friend Dan. Poor man's Jim. You're welcome, Lady Sky. Selma says, hi, Mark. Welcome in. Mark says, thanks, Selma. Sissy says, we love you too. Gopti Omni, love to all. And to you. Thank you, Sniper. Sniper says, have a great walk. Thank you, Miss Flipper. All right, guys. I will see everyone. Like I said, I'm going to live stream my workout. Be about 8:20, 8:25. Won't be a real long one. Skip it if you want to. Kettlebell clean and jerks. Intervals 6 rounds, 1 minute on, 1 minute off. Still working on my squats, but they're getting there. The more I squat with weight on my back, the better my back feels. Maybe a set of dips. Definitely a set of dips. Still not ready for pull-ups. I got that strain in the forearm bicep insertion area. Mainly from doing kettlebell squats and pull-ups. And it was just a lot. Anyway, we'll get by. Love you guys.